Hello my beautiful Cancerians, and welcome to your March reading. I have been waiting for the day that the energy feels right to do your reading, and I woke up this morning and I was like, today is the day. So let's see what is going on with the energy of the Cancerians. So starting off the month, the energy we are bringing into the month is the Knight of Wands. This is the first card out in your reading, so it is the strongest card. Now the Knight of Wands is fire sign energy, so yes, you might be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius or Aries, but this is a sudden event, okay? This is a sudden event that needs your attention. This is a quick turn of events. So during the first half of March, we have a full moon on the 7th, so depending on when you get this reading, something could have occurred around about then or in the ethers of occurring that you can feel in your Cancerian vibes that's going to need your ultimate attention with that Knight of Wands card. Now this could be someone coming in with some information, this could be someone what I'm thinking about as well is normally the Knight of Cups is on a horse. She's not on her horse. She's got off the horse and she's having like a little party to herself. There might be an element of being distracted, but really wanting to go full steam ahead with something. Whether that's have a conversation with someone, tell someone how you truly feel, tell someone, for some of you, tell someone in some way how they took away your happy ending, okay? I think as a Cancerian, lots of Cancerians hold back from conversations, hold back from uncomfortable situations, especially when you know you're going to be calling someone else out, basically. We get the 10 of Cups and it's in the reverse, and this is the second card out in your reading. So let's look at this card in the upright. So someone had you floating on cloud 9, had you imagining the future with this person. You might even have kids with this person, but something had you very future visioned, okay? You were so focused on the future that you weren't actually focused on what this person was doing in front of you, okay? If this is a job, it's the exact same energy of wanting to possibly leave a job, wanting to jump ship, or wanting to express yourself to your boss, to someone important, but not feeling like you can, because the energy you're coming forward with is, I feel hard done by. And why does it not surprise me that a Cancerian feels hard done by? That's not a dig at Cancerians, it's because Cancerians give too much. So they tend to attract people who take too much. Now, make sure you like this video if this is resonating with you already. So it gets to other Cancerians, and subscribe to the channel. So 10 of Cups in the reverse. This is the emotional feeling of running away with the circus, okay? Something's got you wanting to book the flight, wanting to get on the boat. Something's wanting you to literally, in your Cancerian way, I mean, you probably have a million backup plans in that head, but something's like, I'm pulling in the backup plan here, okay? So this is probably something, like I said, in your intuitive Cancerian way. I don't really feel as though this is something that's shocking you. I feel as though it's something that's just becoming too much. Ooh, that's why. That is why. Now, I always say, didn't I say, Cancerians attract people who are less consistent and less emotionally available than they are. I don't know why Cancerians do that, but you tend to. We get the King of Swords. Now, of course, this is what we are dealing with. King of Swords, here he is. So this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. But most importantly, it's the energy of the emotional distance from someone. You might be trying to be a little bit more King of Swords like yourself, but this man is bang on center of your reading, okay? So this is a person, it could be a masculine energy, yes, but it can be any male or female. This is someone who is icy, they're cold. I mean, they even look cold. Do you know what? It's probably one of those people as well who's like, oh, I don't need a jacket, I run hot. Red flag, red flag. No, I'm joking. But look at this guy. He should definitely have a jacket on. You can see that there's like wind going on. There's mountains in the background. These mountains probably have snow on them. No, but well, some of them do, and they have mist on them as well. Like, he should be wearing a jacket. The communication lines are also severed. I see these as kind of like old school phone lines up here that we have going on, and they're definitely severed. This person is optionally choosing to distance themselves. This could be someone who deals a lot in nature, someone who likes to go for walks by themselves, someone who likes their own space a lot. But the reality of this person is that they are not as comfortable with expressing themselves. They're not comfortable talking about their emotions. And for some of them, they're not even sure of their emotions because they haven't done the emotional work to know actually how they feel. That's why they can't have a conversation with you. Now, the King of Swords is funny because he should be at a stage being the King of Swords, being like the king of the air sign, the swords being information, logic, discipline. He should be good at saying how he feels. Now, this is someone who is good at setting boundaries, someone who is good at seeing things in a very black and white manner, but it's someone who is optionally distanced. Now, this person could be, I need that card, but I'm not looking at it yet. I'm gonna leave it there. My card, one of the cards just didn't come off the table, so I thought, that's the next card. Yeah, the King of Swords does know his own truth. It's just whether or not he chooses to express it or not, because he does have that sword of truth. He has it right in his hand here. He just doesn't know how to express it, and he certainly doesn't know how to express it in a kind and loving way, okay? This is someone who probably is scared of their own emotions, never mind scared of yours. You're a Cancerian, you live in your emotions. So this could be someone who is difficult for you to deal with, okay? Now, normally Cancerians kind of mirror people's energy as well because you're so empathic. So you might find yourself being a little bit emotionally distanced with this person yourself, or you find yourself doing the typical other end of the spectrum of filling in gaps for people, filling in communication for people, giving them the words, literally kind of giving them the words that you want to hear, need to hear, or you think they should be saying, okay? I once read one of the only negative signs of a Cancerian is that they always think they know what other people are thinking. And the thing is with the King of Swords, no one knows what they're thinking. Because this is someone who is capable of, on one end of the spectrum, just being emotionally distant and cold, but on the other end of the spectrum can be manipulative, can be narcissistic, can be all of these words that are thrown around on social media that we don't like gaslighter and all of these things. They can be. That is the King of Swords. But he's not in the reverse, so I'm not really getting that straight energy from him. It's more just like he's in a pickle. He's in a pickle in his head and he doesn't want to talk about it, which, you know, some people might say is good, some people might say is selfish. Okay, then we get the Chariot card, which I'm actually relieved to see here. There you are, my lovely Cancerians, bang on in the center of your own reading, which means everything in this reading is up for grabs, and you, even if you don't feel like it, are actually in your power. Now, for some of you, there is going to be some sort of sudden information, some sort of revelation, some sort of immediate need for action that's going to have to cause you to juggle just a little bit with that Chariot card. And you're going to want to feel like I said, getting on that horse. There it is. And you're going to feel like getting on the black horse, which is really interesting. I've never actually seen and put that correlation together before. That's like, it's not actually the same horse, because if you look at them, one of them's got more hair on the front, but I'm still seeing that as almost like the same horse. And what I mean by you want to get on the black horse is here we have the light and negative of a situation. You want to jump onto the negative straight away when this information comes in. Okay, so you want to go straight back to your shadow side. You want to go straight into your Cancerian shell and be like, do you know what? I'm done with this person, getting on the horse, on to plan B. Or do you know what? I deserve better. I need to be loved more than this. This is not my love language. Bye. Like, this is what we're struggling with, is closing in as a Cancerian when this energy comes through. And the universe is asking you, hold on a minute, it's time to juggle this information the way that Cancerians do. Now, Cancerians are very good at juggling two emotions or two different things at the same time, like wanting to stay and wanting to leave. A Cancerian is able to make a decision long before any action is actually taken. This is the mulling over period. even though it feels like I need to go straight ahead, and this situation is going to go straight ahead. It is going to go ahead. It's going to change. Okay? But you willing it in a specific direction, especially the black horse, is not the best way to do it, because the King of Swords isn't the type of person who deals well with like emotional manipulation. Like, he's the type of person, he doesn't apologize and he doesn't explain. Okay, so if you were to back this person into a corner and be like, you never really loved me, or I really deserved that promotion and you weren't gonna, and you said you were gonna give me it, the King of Swords is not gonna come from a place of love back at you and be like, you're right, you deserve more, and I love you, and I'm going to start doing a bit more for you, or you're right, you should have got that promotion. The King of Swords is going to come back with, aha, but you made me feel. I never did that because you did. Or come out with a very logical reason as to why they weren't able to do it. I couldn't do it because of the finances, I couldn't do it. And they're going to come back with a really cold response. So now's not the time to be like pushing someone into a corner or trying to make someone have a conversation with you, even if you feel like you should be. Hermit in the reverse. This is a Virgo energy, and it's coming up in the reverse here. So this is you coming out of some sort of digestion period. Okay, this could be what this information was. For some of you, this information could go all the way back to the end of the summer when we had Virgo season. Some of you have been digesting or mulling over a situation since Virgo season, possibly even before, okay? But for some of you, this information is coming in hot off the press in the first half of March, okay? And for some of you, this is like a bing bong effect. Like, it started Virgo season, that was, when is Virgo season? September, August, September time really began. And that's when I really wanted to start making this move. And now it's now, and I'm ready. Okay, we're coming into Aries season. The sun will move into Aries on the 20th, and then we have a new moon in Aries on the 21st. So that's gonna, after Pisces season of serious introspection and emotional introspection, that's gonna make people be like, I'm ready to go. That's where that fire sign energy is probably gonna come from. Now, with the Hermit card being in the reverse, you are ready to come out, okay? Come out of hiding in a situation with a person in some way. Yeah, you're ready to, this is like you were in your own little personal lockdown about a situation. Maybe it was stagnant because you couldn't move. Maybe you were trying to make up your mind with that Chariot card. But either way, this is a period of you coming out of that. You're coming out of this hermit phase. Spiritual enlightenment. With number 5, we get the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, just in the same way as the Hermit is looking for some kind of light. And it looks like you found it. And it looks like you found it in a group of people. It looks like you found it in a new home in some way. This could be what's coming in for you, or this could be what you intuitively know is coming in for you. Because the Hermit card, this is when we retreat away from life. We don't give ourselves what we should to be comfortable as a human, because we're searching for some sort of answer deep inside of ourselves, okay? Then we find the answer and we come out and we're able to like act and put those thoughts into action in our life. We're out of the hermit mode. Then we get the Hierophant. There is that light again up at the top of these stairs. And he knows exactly where the light is. He's been up and down those stairs. He is coming to the stage of enlightenment. So you may be coming to a stage where you're able to speak about what you've gone through in the past. For some of you, you're going into some sort of healing work maybe, where you're able to use what hurt you in the past to direct your career right now. And for some of you, you're using the hurt of this situation to move forward in some way. And you're going to be talking about it. And I don't mean in the way of like, you know, you're going to be standing at a bar like, this is what happened to me. Like, no. I mean, you're going to be talking about it in a wise way. You're going to be like, this is what's happened to me in my life, and this is how I dealt with it. And you're going to be able to preach that to other people. And I think you're going to be finding other like-minded individuals just like yourself over the next coming months between now and your season, which will be in June, July, that help you progress spiritually. Now, you know when you're around someone and you just feel seen and you just feel heard and you don't feel like you're going crazy and you don't feel like this person thinks I'm an oddball or this person isn't into what I'm into or whatever. There's none of that here. This is a big shift to come out of. Where did my happy ending come from with this 10 of Cups? But this seems to be what, this uncomfortable feeling seems to be what gives you the encouragement to move the situation forward, okay? To come out of your hermit mode and start to reap what you sow, what you have digested with that Chariot card, what you have swayed in both ways about, you are now ready to go forward with come the end of March. Because you have literally seen the light in this situation and now you're ready to put that light into action. Whoo, okay. I nearly didn't take this card. I was like, I don't want this card. And then I was going to put it away, but I was like, my thumb's been on it for so long now. It feels hot. I really do want it. The Tower card. Ta-da! So this is where we have been operating on shaky ground. Now, I like this Tower card because it has a little hare in it and I love rabbits. I've got a bunny, you know. This is a beautiful Tower card compared to what the Tower cards could be. Now this does still have the element of lightning strikes the tower and all the animals are running away, but it looks a lot nicer than some of the other Tower cards that you can get in the tarot. Don't know why this is not focusing. There we go. So this is talking about anything that we have swept under the rug, anything that we have hoped if we don't think about it, it will go away. Yeah, anything that's been built on falsehood, that's been built on lies, whether that's lying to yourself about something or lying to someone else, this is going to get blown out the water come Aries season, okay? That's what this tarot card is all about. Now, the Tower is so necessary in the tarot because the Tower is all of the things that you have learnt in the Hanged Man and all of the things you have digested, and we've spoken about this, and then we're able to move forward because we realize that some of the things have been less than serving for us. If, like I said, if there's anything that you're like trying to push away, trying to not think about, hoping that it will change, the less that we give attention to it, what we resist persists. And this is asking you, if not begging you as a tarot card, to look at it, okay? Because the Tower card can come in two different ways. The Tower card can come where we have almost digested a situation so much it's just kind of like that final cut and something is over or a revelation happens, but it's happened so slowly and you've been so aware of it for so long that it's coming intuitively or for whichever reason that you've begun to deconstruct this false narrative to yourself slowly. Other times it comes, boom, like a lightning bolt, and it's like, now I know, I will not be able to unknow. Regardless of what you go through, you're not going to be able to unknow this situation. And as a Cancerian, I don't even think, like I said, way back at the start, if this is a shock message from someone, if this is a revelation of some kind, this is not something that you're completely blindsided about. You're never blindsided as a Cancerian, are you? Let's think about it. I mean, are you ever blindsided completely? No. You probably like had a feeling about it. You probably had a dream about it, a thought about it. You probably even replayed this conversation in your head to the point where you're like, did I manifest this? Like, no, you were just having a premonition. But that Tower card goes to show that this situation is going to change, inevitably going to change. No more false narratives. That's what this is saying, because you deserve better. You deserve that 10 of Cups. Now I'm going to clarify the 10 of Cups with the traditional rider weight here. We get the King of Swords again. No, some of you might be tarot readers yourself and are very into tarot. That's what I get from when a lot of cards start repeating like this. I feel like I'm almost interrupting someone else's reading. Then yeah, some of you might pull your own cards or just might be extremely intuitive, like verging on psychic intuitive. It's funny. Okay, so we get the King of Wands in the reverse, more fire sign energy. Here we are. Now, I always notice the little lizard in this card, and lizards are the only animal that you can cut off its tail and it survives. Cancerians are also very, 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 what was I going to say? Resilient. That's the right word. Very resilient and very adaptable people. Now, King of Wands in the reverse is someone deliberately maybe throwing their toys out of the pram, someone being selfish. This could also be a fire sign. Now we have two kings in the reading and neither of them are particularly kind, okay? When we have the King of Swords twice coming up, his energy is powerful. Now you might feel as though you have to match that King of Swords energy, like you have to be equally as cold, okay? I don't think that's ever the best way. I think as a Cancerian, you need to maybe hold back a little bit with this information or hold back in how you feel and not be as giving to other people and not fill in their silences and not fill in their gaps and all of these things that we've spoken about in this reading. Maybe be a little bit less transparent with your emotions, but definitely don't try and match the King of Swords because you're not the King of Swords. You know, we can go through periods, but I feel like you'll regret it looking back because you weren't your true self in this moment. Because the King of Wands does have a big heart. It's just there's obviously a reason he is not in his power right now. Okay, this is the energy of a man, a masculine energy, throwing their toys out of the pram. Interesting. I'm going to pull one last card for this. Three of Cups. Three of Cups in the upright. If this person wants to socialize more all of a sudden and all of a sudden has a new group of friends, that is a red flag, and that's just for one or two of you. That's going to be something to do with that Tower moment. The Three of Cups is when you want someone after the Two of Cups. You're like, you hang up, no, you hang up, no, you hang up. And then after that, it's like, okay, we need to make this real now. When are you going to introduce me to your parents? When am I going to get keys to the house? When are we going to make this into a third thing? When are we going to tell the world about it? When are we going to set the relationship status on Facebook? It's that type of energy. That is what this Ten of Cups is all about. Someone didn't progress up to that Three of Cups for you. They didn't progress into what you felt as though was your deserved, quite well deserved probably, next step, okay? Which is interesting. For others of you, I'm just going to say it, there's third party energy here. And what I mean by that is, yes, it could be a person like a third person, but it could be their mum, it could be their sister, it could be another person, it could be their boss, it could be their cousin, their best friend, like it could be anyone. There is a third element of interference in this relationship that I'm not too sure that you even know. You do know, because you're a Cancerian. What am I saying? Of course you know. You know. So if that is for you, you know. You know. I'm going to pull one more card. Yeah, and then I just see these two queens here, the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups. For some of you, there is competition here. These are two very, very, very bloody different queens, okay? One is super confident, big go-getter energy, drama queen, and the other one is intuitive, calm, empathetic, and motherly. So these are two very different queens. So for some of you, you might be in competition and not even know you're in competition right now, and that could be at work, it could be in general, it could be with someone's mum with that Queen of Cups. You literally could be anything, but there definitely is a third element here. But you're coming out of non-action. Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay, this is the ball gets rolling on this situation. If it's a third party interference of opinion or whatever, or just a third party interference, you're going to know about it with that Hanged Man being in the reverse and that Tower. You're going to know, and you're going to want to get a ball rolling on a situation. This also could be, if this is work, this is someone else like deliberately in a social situation manipulating that you're not getting a job. Now, for some of you, there's also the need to go out more with this reading. I'm going to put that out there. Other things I got from this reading is the need to build a feminine group of friends around you. They need to go out with your friends, regardless of their gender, just they need to go out and have a good time. And they need to celebrate how far you've come, because I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit here in this sticky tower situation. For those of you who were here just for the love, I'm going to pull some love cards. These are Romance Angel cards by Colette Baron Reid. What do my lovely Cancerians need to know for March? So let's see what this card was. It fell open. Fell open? It's because I saw the word open. Keep an open mind. There we go. Keep an open mind. So those of you who are single with that Three of Cups, you could definitely be meeting someone this month. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, especially if you're sitting there going, I thought this person was the one for me and now we're not together anymore. Not together anymore. They probably weren't your soulmate, okay? There seems to be someone else out there for you that is not in your mind's eye as, yes, that's my soulmate, but they're a lot better fit for you than you realize. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This situation, yeah, I mean, Cancerians' whole philosophy is living by their intuition and living in their intuition and living in their emotions and letting their emotions rule. And if you're with someone who's got that King of Swords energy, that's a completely different upbringing. That's a completely different philosophy in life. It's a completely different way to be. You know, I'm going to put my emotions in a box, in another box, then dump that box in the sea, and maybe in 10 years I'll have a look at it. Like, that's a completely different way from how a Cancerian normally works. So yes, the way you have been brought up, and yes, the way you've brought yourself up and the way you have trained yourself to be is completely different from this person's philosophy. That is affecting this situation. We're going to be on for some heart-to-heart conversations. And this guy always looks forced into this heart-to-heart conversation. He never looks happy. But honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. There's going to be some heart-to-heart conversations coming up, probably as we are approaching Aries season, and the need for action and the feeling that we need to go for action is becoming stronger. We also had Saturn move into Pisces, which is like the big uncle of moving into like such a sweet emotional sign. What a dumb way to explain it, the uncle of you can tell how I feel about Saturn moving into Pisces. It's going to cause some reality checks for people, and that's what the Tower card is, a real reality check. And I think it's going to be particularly hard for the water signs. We also get passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, this is what we're saying about don't try and match that King of Swords energy, because it's not you. You are emotionally vulnerable, and it's what makes you special. If someone's annoyed you, it might take you a few moments to come to them about it, but they'll know about it. If someone makes you happy, they know about it. That's what makes you so special as a Cancerian, is that emotionally you are very open and vulnerable. Don't shut that down because someone else isn't willing to match that, okay? And I think that's what scares this person. I think you're able to say how they feel better than they are, and I think that can scare them at times. But just like we said, we can't always do as Cancerians, oh, I know more about this than they do, or I know how they feel more than they do. Let this person come forward with some sort of heart-to-heart conversation with you. It's going to bring enlightenment, it's going to push this forward, and it's going to at least leave some scorched ground for you to build back upon, at minimum. Okay, my lovely Cancerians, now I understand why I wanted to do your reading. If you would like a private reading with me, if this resonated, the link is in the description box. We can do 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, the whole shebang. If not, I will see you soon. Thank you so much for listening, as always. Don't forget to like or subscribe to the video. Namaste.